Robert Butler is accused of setting a fire in the stairwell of a Schenectady home, which ultimately killed 3 children and their father. At a court hearing today, Butler learned that his case will move to federal court, which means that Butler could very well face the death penalty. Jennifer Lukey spoke with the victim's family members today, and she joins us live from Hulett Street, where the home once stood, with our top story. Jen?
Dory, you're absolutely right. The home once stood in the plot behind me, but you can see it has been torn down. It was so badly burned out, it had to come down a day or two after the fire. All that remains here now are candles, stuffed animals, T-shirts, balloons, all in memory of the 4 people who lost their lives in this fire. I spoke with the family today, and they believe that the man they say is responsible should pay with his life.
He's an entity of evil. That's all that I can think of.
The family of David Terry, the father killed in this horrific fire, was relieved to see the case against the man investigators say did it move to federal court. They say it's the only way David and his 3 children will get true justice.
The penalties are a lot more severe with him. He can't get away. He won't have no 25 years and be eligible for parole ever.
He should never be free to do this to another family.
No, he shouldn't.
The children were laying peacefully in their beds. How dare him?
And their last moments must have been horrific. I mean, we can't even fathom what those children were going through, trying to get out of the blaze, and weren't able to.
It's that horror that made this case so tragic. Almost immediately, the district attorney says he knew the feds would have to be involved.
There are enhancements in the federal system that are not available in the state system. Life and death are possibilities in this case. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen in this case. It's obviously up to the Justice Department.
Butler's attorney says whether it's heard in state or federal court, his client's defense will be the same.
I think the defense is always going to be that he was nowhere near that fire when that fire happened.
The Terry family says the truth will come out, and they'll be right there to hear every word of it. Now, Robert Butler was removed from state custody right after his hearing today, but he was automatically taken right into federal custody. Federal agents were waiting for him at the courthouse with a warrant to take him into federal custody. It will obviously be up to the federal prosecutor to decide whether to seek the death penalty in this case. We are expecting to learn what charges he will face specifically in the coming weeks.
Jen, I know there was another child who had survived this fire but was very badly hurt. This is little Sapphire we're talking about. Do you know how she's doing tonight?
Yeah, Sapphire's 5 years old. She is in very critical condition still at the Westchester Hospital in the burn unit. Her aunt told me today that she is sedated heavily, hasn't been conscious since the fire, but she is starting to make small signs of improvement. But obviously they're asking for the community's prayers and thoughts. It's a very trying time for them, and they're just trying to put their hope in her and her life moving forward.
And I know there are plenty of people keeping her in their thoughts and prayers. All right, Jennifer Lukey live in Schenectady tonight. Thank you, Jen.